Oke, halo selamat pagi teman-teman. Selamat datang di channel Rockstock Game dan berjumpa kembali bersama saya Hendra. Kali ini kita akan menonton bareng Nintendo Direct. Kira-kira apa saja yang baru dari Nintendo? Mari kita nonton bersama-sama.
Something real.
Switch. Oke, sini ada Plants vs Zombie. Oh, yang seperti kita tahu, Nintendo itu sebelumnya mungkin tidak ada game ini, yaitu Plants vs Zombie. Yang sebelumnya kan ada di PC dan di PS. Kali ini mereka berani merilis Plants vs Zombie, sepertinya seru. Oke.
Who will join you in your adventure?
Selanjutnya,
Anyone can.
kenapa ini?
Band together on a quest to face evil and
Miitopia.
save faces. Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch. Cast me characters in various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure. There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous.
Apa petualangan?
In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds.
Oh,
This can give you an
seperti di
advantage during
Sims,
battle.
teman-teman.
If your
Seperti di Sims
relationship's
kita bisa
sour, though,
menjalin
things
relasi
might take a turn
antara
for the worse.
karakter.
Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally? That sounds pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof,
Di sini
in
ada
battle.
elemen farm seperti
Adventure with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia. Coming to Nintendo
Aduh.
Switch, May 21st.
seperti apa?
Pre-orders begin
Game
today
dari
on Nintendo eShop.
Story Season. Tadi kita bisa pet
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
di binatang.
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items
Oh.
like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block
Selanjutnya
can be
ada
ordered in-game as furniture
Animal
items.
Crossing,
So place them however and wherever you
dan di
like.
dalamnya ada karakter
You
Mario
can also
Bros,
place 2 warp pipes.
Mario dan Luigi.
Then use them to travel between locations on your island. Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom? A free update for the game launches February 25th. After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
Ini akan seperti
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information. We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
How was that? These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well.
skornya dari Nintendo ada Mario.
Next, we have another game to show you.
Dan teman-teman tahu sendiri, Mario, game Mario itu adalah maskot dari Nintendo. Dan sendiri. Dan selanjutnya kita lihat
He leaves us no recourse! Swords!
Never. Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Are these the wages of loyalty? Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed. You are a leader and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
Project Fair.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapons. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Kita bisa menyerang musuh.
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack. We win. Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic. It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield before taking action. Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly, do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix, will launch in 2022. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future. After this presentation, a demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop, and in the future we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
Wow, Star Wars Hunter.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
Oh, Star Wars Hunter. Bagus.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting
Ini
for
gimana?
a hero.
My line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Korgan want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Come get some. That's it. It's not a bottle.
Lieutenant, pass to me!
Love that, princess. Here.
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
Boba Kawan. Magiging Boba Kawan.
Be the ball. Catch me.
Roger that. Hands up, Your Highness.
Eat this!
Be the ball.
Lost! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers! Okay,
Ini
team.
karakter
They
yang
may
gini.
have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey,
Gini
can we
dari
redesign our characters? Not a
Boba
team if
Kawan.
not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show!
Pass to me. What? Interview's over.
jenis
Oh, come on, man.
seperti
One more game.
olahraga handball, tapi lebih kartunis dan bakal keluar di bulan Mei 2021.
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, cause you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Gogetters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I didn't want to die yet! Sorry to scare you all, but the game is cancelled!
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate!
Kayak
As you
gini
make your
ada
way back home to
side
Tokyo,
scrolling
you'll
dan
alternate between working solo and teaming up with a group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club,
tim
venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
judulnya World End Club dan bakal keluar di Mei.
Wield the powers of Olympus with the physical release of Hades. Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon
Hades
crawler and
ini
recipient
salah
of
satu
multiple Game of the Year awards, is getting a
salah satu
physical release on
yang masuk,
Nintendo Switch. This version
di
comes with a couple of
Game of the
extras to
Year kemarin.
assist you on your journey out of the underworld.
Game
The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th.
Oh, bakal Hades ini bakal
3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection.
apa, kaset fisiknya.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3
Ninja
Razor's
Gaiden
Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
Dari Wetik yang bikin game.
You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with a different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies. Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos. And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny. All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch Summer 2021.
Oke, bakal keluar di summer di bulan Juni tanggal 10.
More battles are coming to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Hyrule Warrior ini adalah salah satu series yang paling terkenal di Nintendo Switch. Ini ada penjelasannya teman-teman.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch. Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals. Use the job system to develop your characters and master the Brave and Default commands to emerge victorious from turn-based battles.
I live to fight.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available. The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters. Barry for defense, carry for stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters. Barry for defense, carry for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. 8 protagonists, 8 captivating journeys. Saga Frontier has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
Oke, bakal keluar di bulan April.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system. This free-to-play battle royale features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic combat, cross-platform play, and more. All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new legendary Pathfinder skin, and 30 free levels for the Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass. Plus, for the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex Legends enters the fray March 9th.
Dan lalu bakal keluar di Nintendo Switch.
How's it going so
Teman-teman
far?
yang punya bisa coba.
There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Apex Legends ini. Dan selanjutnya,
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
apakah ada Legend of Zelda yang baru? Itu ada yang baru. Kita tahu sendiri di awal-awal perintisan Nintendo itu dia mengeluarkan game Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Selanjutnya ini seri keduanya mungkin dari Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. Swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally. Just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hyrule shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Mungkin itu adalah prequelnya kali.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
Legend of Zelda.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Iya, ini versi remaster dari tahun.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
Bagus. Jadi tetap jaga istilahnya fans baru bisa ngerasain apa yang fans lama rasain, experience. ini gimana tadi kita dilihatin customisasi karakter ini cewek ini. Oke, udah tiba di satu kota. Saya cukup besar juga. Kaki Roman seperti kota modern Splatoon 3. Oh, kelanjutan dari Splatoon. Jadi lebih variatif Splatoon 3. Oh, bakal rilis di 2022 Splatoon 3.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Oke, segitu aja dari Nintendo Direct, teman-teman. Oke, mungkin sekian saja video dari saya, teman-teman. Semoga di event Nintendo Direct kali ini teman-teman bisa kira-kira memasukkan list-list game apa saja yang terbaru dari Nintendo, dan teman-teman bisa mempunyai gambaran game-game apa saja yang ingin teman-teman beli di Nintendo eShop. Dan terima kasih sudah menonton. Jangan lupa like, comment, dan subscribe apabila teman-teman menyukai video saya, dan jangan lupa share.